Silver and gold, silver and gold. Everyone wishes for silver and gold.
Breckenridge, Colorado. Typically, this time of year, we're kind of inundated with snow, and ski season is generally just starting. Not the case. It's been pretty warm in Colorado so far this year, and even right now through November. But of course, soon enough, we'll be inundated with snow, and I won't be a happy camper. Anyway, we're getting you ready for the opening bell at the New York Stock Exchange. By the way, we're going to be watching Walmart stock today as the CEO, Doug McMillon, is retiring, and he's going to be succeeded, we're hearing, by John Furner. So that very well could impact Walmart stock today. It's one of the many stocks we'll be keeping an eye on. Here's a quick look at pre-market trading. As you can see, the Dow, S&P 500, and the Nasdaq are all in the red. There's really only one bright spot on the board at the moment, which is crude oil. We'll take you to the opening bell at the New York Stock Exchange, though, here in short order. First, let's get you over to David Brody, who's been fact-checking me, and we've apparently gone down a rabbit hole when it comes to the song It Never Rains in Southern California. See how just small things spark this massive conversation that goes on for more than an hour. That's what makes it so fun, though.
It's true, but ChatGPT is not on your side, and I'll just leave it at that, T-Bates. But we'll talk about it more as we go on. All right, time now for a daily dose of dollars and common sense, and that means we're bringing in the guy that has tons of common sense. That's also the guy behind Jake's Take Substacks. That would be Jake Novak. Jake, forget about business stuff for a second. You're the tie-breaking vote. It never rains in Southern California. 1972 or 1990-something? Go.
Of course, it's the 72 version.
Thank you.
Of course, that was recorded at the time that, we were having Manson murders and landslide, horrible things happening there. I don't know how they put that song out at that time. They really had a lot of fortitude. That's all I can say.
Jake, this is your solo, by the way. This is your... No, don't do it. Don't do it.
Yeah, it's not my key. I can sing it well,
I'm
but
sorry,
that's
it's
a
not
little
your
high.
key. That's good to know.
I get with my arranger. Burt Bacharach will be on the phone with you in a minute.
Oh my gosh, now you're going old school. All right. You have some important breaking news from Walmart. We heard a little bit from T-Bates, so kind of expand on what's happening here. Talk to us.
Yeah, let me dig into this news. First of all, this was a surprise announcement. They were not expecting Doug McMillon. He's a young man to retire. He's retiring effective in January. And this guy, you're not going to hear this from me very often. It's not because I'm a mean guy. It's just not a lot of CEOs in this country are really all that good. I think he was an excellent CEO. He really modernized Walmart. He took over in early 2014. He did a couple of things. First of all, the experience of going into a Walmart store is very different since he took over. It's much improved. And maybe just as important, he really improved Walmart.com. It is a fantastic website to use. It used to be very, very rudimentary, not very good. It's a strong, good website. I think it's better experience than Amazon.com right now. And the stock is worth 5 times more than it was when he took over 11 years ago. That's really, really good. So this is a surprise announcement, and Walmart shares are down 3% in the pre-market on this. I think they're going to go down further when the trading opens and more traders get the news of what's happened.
All right, good news there regarding Walmart, but let's talk about Disney. They absolutely tanked the stock market yesterday. So what's going on there? And apparently this is connected somehow to our old buddy, I know he's a buddy of yours, Jimmy Kimmel there on ABC. Explain.
Yeah, look, Disney is a Dow component. It's one of the 30 stocks that really moves the Dow one way or the other. And it dragged the Dow down bad yesterday, more than 700 points. And what was the problem at Disney? The problem at Disney is ABC and ESPN. I can talk about ESPN in another day, but ABC is a money loser. And part of the ABC money-losing operation is a Jimmy Kimmel show. Now, if you're an investor, last quarter you thought to yourself, great, Jimmy Kimmel, this money-losing show, this guy's been suspended for a cause. He did this horrible thing, smearing Charlie Kirk's family and friends. Now we can get rid of this guy in this loser show without having to pay him a Brinks truck to get out of town. We can say, we're firing you for cause. Let's get rid of this show and not have a lot of ancillary costs connected to it. And instead, Bob Iger, the CEO, brought him back. Moron, you had a chance to get rid of this loser. And if you're an investor, you're saying, I guess Bob Iger doesn't want to stop the losses at ABC. He still wants to use it as some kind of political lobbying arm that loses money. Well, I'm an investor. I don't want that. I'm heading out of town. And they decided to lose, to basically sell their shares. Jimmy Kimmel is a big reason why the markets tanked yesterday. And I hope that Disney and Bob Iger figure that out soon.
This is why this segment is called Common Sense, because you're literally offering ABC and Disney and all. You're offering them common sense, and they need to take you up on the offer. All right, so I got it. You don't love government bureaucrats, but surely you are enamored and totally reliant on government economic reports. I know you're taking the news about the October jobs report that never came out very hard, Jake, but you do say that. I know. We'll get you into therapy here in the next hour. But you do say there is an alternative.
I do. I'm really excited about this news this week that DoorDash, the food delivery and also consumer products delivery company, is now doing economic reports. Because DoorDash really knows prices and really knows consumer abilities to pay for things. And they came out with a report this week saying that prices are going down across the board for the most part, and that consumers have more spending power. I trust DoorDash on this. And by the way, one day they're going to come out with a report that isn't great politically, or who cares? I think that they are much more accurate. They are the ones who really are on the front lines of the economy in America. There's some other companies, too, I would like to hear from and give us a weekly report, a quarterly report. DoorDash doing this makes me very, very happy, not just because it shows the economy is strong, which I'm always happy to hear, but also because it's a great alternative to these phony baloney government reports that even if they weren't partisan, and very often they are, but even if they weren't, the way that they're compiled is insane.
Jake Novak, great to have you with us. Hope the Jets don't lose this weekend. Oh, they won't. Don't worry, because they lost last night. Okay, gotcha. All right, time for the opening bell at the New York Stock Exchange. Let's go. Sponsored by AMAC. Where am I going?
The Association of Mature American Citizens is the conservative voice for Americans 50 and older. AMAC is fighting for the values that you hold dear. Join today. Together, we can write the course of America.
You hear the applause underway at the New York Stock Exchange. The bell is going to ring here in short order, and then we'll get an idea of how the markets are looking on this final day of trading of the week. I can tell you the pre-market trading has not been looking so hot. All of the major indices were down. Well, now it's official. The markets are opening for this Friday of trading, and just like that, not a whole lot of change at the top of our board. The Dow, S&P 500, and the Nasdaq all remaining in the red. Only two bright spots on our board at the moment. But again, most of you are going to be trading on those major indices, and so far, not looking so good. But a lot can change over the next 8 or 10 hours of trading, so hopefully that does happen. Still to come here on American Sunrise, a Republican showdown in Florida as Congressman Byron Donalds takes aim at the so-called woke right as a hardline challenger emerges to his right flank. But first, here's a message from Dr. Gina about what you need to know about crypto.com.
All right, you guys, Trump Media just signed a massive $6.4 billion deal with Yorkville Acquisition Corp and Crypto.com, the crypto platform trusted by millions of users worldwide. They're teaming up to acquire $6.4 billion in CRO to establish America's first publicly traded CRO treasury, Trump Media Group CRO strategy. Once complete now, this new company will be the largest publicly traded CRO holder out there. So are you ready to join the crypto revolution? I bet you are. Head to crypto.com today. Be part of this historic move. That's crypto.com. So for more information on the proposed business combination, check out Yorkville Acquisition Corp's public filings.